Alright, welcome. So today we are going to be talking about how to dominate Periscope by using and copying these 18 techniques. Let me just around. Okay, hello everybody. I'm coming to you live from Oslo. I'm currently in my hotel room at the Grand Hotel. And welcome everyone. If you could just let me know where you're connecting from. It's probably it's 5:30 in the evening here in Oslo, and I thought I'll share with you guys these 18 techniques that I've put together by watching what top periscopers have been doing and kind of like modeling them. Right now, for those of you who don't know me, all right, so welcome guys from California, from Malaysia, from Saudi. Welcome. So thank you for being here. And today I'm going to be showing you, hello Rachel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys the top 18 strategies that I've noticed from top periscopers, right, from Finland. Thank you for being here. And one of the things I want to be sharing with you guys is this. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Peng Jun, and I teach people pretty much how to make money online by taking your life experience, your passion, and transforming that into a product that is monetizable and marketable online. And here's the thing about Periscope. Periscope is not the next big thing, it is the big thing. And it's a great way to start understanding how it works, to use it as a traffic source. Now, one of the things I want to share with you guys is this. In the last couple of weeks, I've been really studying Periscope and looking at what the top 100 most followed Periscopers are doing. And I realized that it comes down to these 18 strategies. Now, one thing that I've learned from running my business online in the last 9.5 years is this. Don't do what the gurus tell you. Look at what they're doing and copy what they're doing, right? So there's 18 things that I noticed all top Periscopers are doing. Right, so one of the things, so if you guys are excited, just tap the screen, show me some hearts, and let me know that you're excited, right? So I'm very excited. Thank you for the hearts, and I'm going to be showing you what the 18 things are. Okay, so let's get started. The first one would be this. All of them pretty much, number one, would broadcast and inform their audience when their scope is going live. And I think that's pretty basic. And this feature is enabled within Periscope itself. So this is to really maximize your Twitter followers and the people that currently follow you. That is essential. That's number one. Right? Number two would be this. The title that you put in your scope is really important. Now here's the thing. Here's why. Every day there's people in total watching Periscope 40 years, sorry, I keep mixing up the numbers, but it's 40 years worth of videos created on Periscope every day. That's crazy, right? So in other words, your scope, the title that you put on your scope is essential if you want people to click on it and watch your scope. So think about this. Imagine if you're going out and you're having a good time with your friends at the karaoke bar, right? And you want to take your phone out and you want to do a live scope. Now, if you're going to do a live scope of you singing, right? Think about this. What if you really want to attract a lot of audience, a lot of people, what title do you think you should put? Let me hear it from you guys. If you were in a karaoke bar right now, right, what title would be really sexy that would attract a lot of people? What would your title be? What do you think is a really good title? Think about that. So here's the thing. What if your title was something along the lines of how to karaoke like your life depends on it? Right now, can you imagine that sort of title? Or what if it was like sing like a pro, right? How to sing like a pro. Right now, what if it was a more serious title? Like if let's say you're a stock investor and you want to educate your followers when it comes to trading forex or investing in stocks. So what can you say? It could be something along the lines of 3 mistakes that you're making right now when it comes to investing. Or if you're a pickup artist, it could be 5 must knows every guy need to implement when it comes to dating women, right? So it needs to be something that's really link baiting that people want to click on, right? And one thing is this: emojis will really help out. Now you notice that a lot of titles, they put emoticons, and the reason for that is just to stand out, right? So that's number 2. Number 3, I noticed is this. Number 3, I noticed that there's a certain topic that seems to convert better than all other types of topics. And you'll notice that a lot of top Periscopers right now, their topic is on teaching how to use Periscope and get more hearts and a larger audience. Now, why is that? Think about this. During a gold rush, who makes most money during a gold rush? Is it the people that's trying to mine for the gold? Who makes the most money during a gold rush? Now, if you've studied this, you'll know that the people who make most money during a gold rush are not the people trying to mine for gold, because everyone's trying to mine for gold. The people that makes the most money during a gold rush are the people selling the mining picks. Now, if Periscope is the next big thing, and if this was like a gold rush, then the people who's going to be doing extremely well are the people who are selling the mining picks, right? The shovels. And that would be the people who's teaching and talking about Periscope. So the ship is sailing. The only question is whether you're going to be on board. So this is something you really want to know. Number 4 would be this. I actually made this mistake in my first scope. Very basic. Would be to eliminate all distractions. And the way to do it is to make sure that there's no incoming calls, there's no emails coming in. And if you're on an iPhone, then switch on your airplane mode, right? So number 4, eliminate all distractions. What you want to do is switch on airplane mode and enable Wi-Fi. So that's what you want to be doing to really make sure that your scope don't get disrupted. Next one would be this, number 5. How do you dominate Periscope? I'm giving you guys 18 for those of you who just hopped on. Number 5, we've covered 4. This would be number 5. Number 5 is this. Whenever you create a scope, one of the things that Twitter automatically does, as well as Periscope, is they create a thumbnail to kind of represent as a preview what your scope is about. So one of the things you want to do is for the very first 2 seconds or 3 seconds, to not record yourself, because now it looks like a talking head, to look at what your environment or surrounding looks like. So it's one of the things I always do as well. I'm constantly traveling, and I will show people like, this is my surroundings. So when I first started off this scope, this is how it looked like. I was showcasing my room here in the Grand Hotel here in Oslo before I do my talk with Robert Kiyosaki in 3 days. So this is the room that I'm staying in, right, before I just put it down. So that is essential because it shows people, right, a preview of what your scope is about. Next one. Now when it comes to Periscope, number 6 would be this. Audio, as you know, it's not very high quality, but what's really important is the sound. So one of the things that all top Periscopers would do is they would invest in a mic. So for example, the mic that I use, this is a mic that I bring everywhere with me. This is top of the line. This is by Sennheiser. This is the MK2 Digital. This is top of range. This is about $500 US. And here's the thing, you don't need this, especially when you're starting out. I'm not even using it right now. Why? Because I'm indoors, and if you're indoors, you don't need a mic like that. This is $500. If you want something that's more economical, you can use the Rode Smart Lav. That's about $79, right? If you're indoors, you don't really need to use a mic. So that's number 6. Number 7 would be this. Number 7, tip number 7, strategy number 7 is to welcome your viewers in the first 30 seconds or first 20 seconds. You don't want to be taking too long, but the reason you want to do that is so there's engagement, but also because people take time to come in, and that's a really good way to kind of stall before you get into your main content, right? So that's number 7. Number 8 is kind of connected to it. Number 8 is interaction. One of the things that all top Periscopers all do is this. Now, one of the things I do as a speaker is I've noticed when I work with all these big name speakers, it comes down to really 3 types of speaking, right? and interacting with the audience. The first level is talking at the audience. Now, this is what most amateur speakers do. Think of it like in school, in high school, where in school, there's the teacher talking at the students. It's one way, and that's one of the worst ways to communicate, especially on Periscope. Number two, the second way would be presenting to. That is like in a meeting, right, where it's very formal and you're presenting to someone. Yes, Jared, I can see your message, right? And number three is conversing with. Now, this is the level that you want to operate at, where it's a conversation. You want to involve them. So whether it's Periscope or whether it's a live audience where there's 5,000 people, you want to be conversing with the audience, and that is at the highest level. Another thing you want to be doing is this. So this is strategy number 9. For those of you who just came in, I've covered 8 strategies. I'm going to be giving you guys a total of 18 strategies today on how to dominate Periscope. Number 9 would be to recap your key points every 5 minutes. And the reason why you want to be doing that is because, like in this scope right now, there's many people hopping on and off midway. So every 3 to 5 minutes, you kind of want to recap what you just covered so that for the people who just came on, they're up to speed, right? They know what you're talking about. That's number 9. Number 10 would be to ask questions, and this is something I've also noticed many of them do, is to ask questions that has one-word answers. Why? Because it could be the case that someone's listening to you while they're driving, while they're preparing a meal, and they're busy. People have busy lives, right? So you want to ask questions where the answer is usually one word. So it could be the case of, from a scale of 1 to 10, let me know how much you like this strategy, or how much this scope has helped you in your work, in your business, in your personal life. It could be like what I asked earlier, right? One of the first questions I asked right from the start was, let me know which country you're connecting from, right? And people, you guys were saying from Saudi, from Canada, from Malaysia, right? Or what time is it in your local time right now? Or what do you have for dinner? Try to ask questions so that it involves the audience, but at the same time, 10 says Eileen, right? Thank you for that, right? So you want to involve your audience and ask questions that has one-word replies. So that is 10 strategies that we've covered so far, right? I hope you like them. There's still 8 more for those of you who just came on. I'm going to be talking about a total of 18 strategies on how to dominate Periscope by watching and modeling the best. So number 11 would be to do this. Number 11 would be to move around and showcase your surroundings. Many times you'll notice that the top Periscopers are, because it shows lifestyle, many top Periscopers, they're constantly on the go and they're showing where they are. So yes, in yesterday's scope, I was showing you guys the city center in Norway, Oslo, right? And that's one of the things you want to be doing as well. Showcase your surroundings so that you're not just another talking head. So now number 12 is really crucial. Well, Jacinto, if you're having a bad connection, not to worry. You can always watch the replay and you'll be able to watch everything really, really smooth, even if your connection is bad right now. Right, so number 12 is this. This is where it's really important to increase your Periscope following as well as your hearts, right? And this is really important, especially in the area of the internet and when it comes to presenting. Number 12 would be to ask for the swipe. Now, this is what you say. One of the things you want to do is you want to get your viewers to share your content and your scope to their followers, either their Periscope followers or their Twitter followers. So this is what you say. For those of you, if you got value out of this scope so far, right? Or if you know a friend who's going to benefit from this topic, what I'd like you to do is this. If you are on an Android device, I'd like you to swipe up and click on share. If you are on an iPhone, you want to be swiping left or right and clicking on share, and share it with your followers if you feel that this will add value to your audience. So you want to be doing this. I mean, here's the thing. Ask and you shall receive, right? Because Rule number one, even in negotiation, rule number one is always remember this. If you don't ask, the answer is automatically no. Right? So what you want to be doing is just ask, right? So for example, if you guys know someone who would benefit from this session, this Periscope, when it comes to 18 different strategies on how you can dominate Periscope, then all you need to do, if you are on an iPhone device, swipe left or right, click on share, and if you are on an Android, swipe up and click on share. Share it with your followers, or if you know a friend who will benefit from this scope. Right? So that's number 12. Number 13 would be this. Number 13 is try to keep your head slightly towards the right of the scope. Why? Because when people talk, you'll notice that it's coming down over here, right? People joining and people chatting, it's over here. So one of the things you don't want to be doing is talking like this and there's the chat going over your face, right? And people joining, and it will be really distracting. So try to speak slightly towards the right so that your head is on right, especially if you're on landscape mode. So another one would be this. Welcome back. Number 14 would be this. Sometimes you might want to flip the camera, right, front or back. Whenever you do that, there is a 2 to 3 second lag. So whenever you flip the camera, avoid speaking for about 2 seconds, because whatever you say, people are not going to hear from you, right? So that's number 14, right? Just pause for 2 seconds whenever you flip the camera. Number 15 would be this. Number 15 is very similar to what I talked about in number 12. Number 12 was about asking for shares. Number 15 is for asking for the hearts. You'll notice that in most times, the hearts will really come when you're asking for it. So one of the things you want to do is to ask them for hearts, but you don't beg or anything. You just say, it could be phrased in this couple of statements. Number one would be, tap your phones if you agree with this statement, and then you make your statement, right? Now you got to remember one thing. Many people that's coming on your scope, it could be the case that they're complete newbies, that they don't even know that by tapping the screen, they're giving you hearts. So one of the things you want to be doing is this, right? If you found this Periscope session useful, right? Go ahead and just tap your screen so that I know that it adds value to you. So that's what you want to be doing right now. So for example, I'm just going to say it right now. If you found value from the last 14 strategies that I just shared with you, so just go ahead and tap the screen, double tap, triple tap the screen so that I know that you're getting value from this. Right? So thank you for the hearts. Thank them for the hearts. So that's what you want to be doing, right? Always ask them, make sure that there's a call to action. Right, next one would be this, number 16. Now I'm talking about 18 different strategies in total. We've got 3 more. Number 16 would be this, to keep your phone stable, right? Keep your phone stable. You can get a tripod, right? On your iPhone, you can look it up, the Manfrotto mini tripod. That's about $30 just to keep your phone stable, right? Rather than holding around, and especially if it's a longer scope, this could be really, really confusing for people. Number 17 would be this. Number 17 would be to leave the scope with a recap and a pre-frame of what's to come. So this keeps them excited. There's also people who's watching you right now on your replays who's currently not following you. So what you want to be doing is this. Whenever you're going to end the scope, it would be this. So today we've covered 18 different strategies when it comes to dominating Periscope. In my next scope, I'm going to be on stage in front of 5,000 people in about 3 days time here in Oslo, and I'm going to be sharing a stage with big name speakers like Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad. And if you are interested, and when it comes in learning how to get past this fear of speaking, I'm going to be talking about speaking, especially in large audiences. You want to be making sure that you're following me. So all you need to do is swipe left on your iPhone, click on follow, or swipe up on your Android device and click on follow if you like to look, see, and learn more scopes from me, Peng Joon, right? So that's what you're doing. So you're pre-framing the next scope and what's going to be happen. So that's strategy number 17. And number 18 would be this. Number 18 would be to save your broadcast so that you can repurpose and use it on your blog or social media. And that's really, really important, so that your work is not wasted. So that's what I've been doing. One of the things that, if you've noticed, if you follow me on Facebook, right, facebook.com/Pingjun, you'll notice that all my scopes are saved. You can look it up on how you can save your scopes together with all the chat and all the hearts, right? Save the scope so that you can put it on and repurpose it and share it on social media, right? And that's how you really maximize the content that you create. So just look it up, just Google it. It's very, very straightforward on how you can save your scopes together with all of the hearts. So those are the 18 strategies. I hope that you've gotten value from this scope, and with these 18 strategies that I've pretty much noticed from what all top Periscopers are doing, I'm sure you'll be able to take these strategies, and really skyrocket your results on Periscope. So in the next couple of days, I am going to be speaking, 3 days from now, I'm going to be speaking in front of 5,000 people. I'm going to be showing you behind the scenes, the setup, and for people who want to really share your message with the world from a much bigger platform. All right, so I hope you got value. Thank you for your time, and I'll speak to you again hopefully in a day or two from now. All right, take care, guys. Talk to you guys soon.